nanotechnology and how do we use it in our everyday lives. What's up, my peeps? I'm Aryan. Another week, another video. Today we're learning about the exciting world about nanotechnology.
Where'd that come from?
It's nanotech. You like it?
Technology is such an important, interesting, and engaging topic, and I can't wait to jump right into it. But please remember to become a super subscriber today by hitting these two buttons. Let's get into the video. Nanotechnology. A new frontier. So, let's talk about what we're going to cover in today's video. So to start off, we're going to start off with the basic question about what is nanotechnology. Then we're going to move on to the vocab and the key concepts. Then we're going to go on to the effects on the environment, how it's used today, and how we plan to use it in the future. This should all give you a basic knowledge about what nanotechnology is. So first, let's ask ourselves the basic question. So what is nanotech? In simple terms, nanotechnology is creating or manipulating matter or an object at an extremely small size. So in other words, we are working with very, very small objects. It's important to know the vocabulary, so we're going to go over them now. This will help you understand what we're going to be talking about in the video, and it will give you another component of basic knowledge. So the first word on our vocabulary is nanometers, and nanometers are the measuring system for nanotechnology. You're going to hear me say this a lot because this is how we are going to keep track and measure nanotechnology. And to keep in mind, here's a fun fact. 1 nanometer is 1 billionth of a meter. This means this is crazy small. The next word is nanoparticles. And nanoparticles are any object that have all dimensions within the nanoscale. What's the nanoscale? Well, the nanoscale is any object that is within 1 nanometer to 100 nanometers. So, if I were to give you an object with 3 dimensions, if every single one of those dimensions is within 1 meter to 100 meters, this is considered a nanoparticle. Similarly, the next vocab word is nanomaterials. Nanomaterials are objects with at least 1 dimension in the nanoscale. What this means is if I were to give you an object with 3 dimensions, if at least 1 dimension is in the nanoscale, this is called a nanomaterial. And finally, we have one more word, and this one is quantum dots. That's right, you probably think about Ant-Man right away, but quantum dots are a form of nanotech that is used to treat disease. This is a very important form of nanotech, and we use it a lot in daily life. Now, let's move on to our key concepts. We use nanotechnology in our everyday lives. This is not some kind of far-fetched science type of thing that you would do in a big lab. No, not at all. In fact, we use this in everyday things, such as sunscreen, hand washes, bandages. It's very, very common and is starting to grow in our society. Also, nanotech helps us in our environment very positively. We are going to learn more about this as we go on. The last key concept is a very important one, and it is that nanotech is being advanced to help in the future with medicine, transportation, and more. In the future, we are hoping to create vaccines, cures, and much more using nanotech. Transportation is definitely going to grow, and we are going to help our environment a lot in the future. Next, we're going to talk about the effects on the environment. Now, this is a very important one because this is one of the impacts that we get from nanotechnology. Nanotech products can save energy, water, and raw materials. It can reduce greenhouse gases and hazardous waste. creates more sophisticated water purification processes, which is very important because it's important to have clean water. And nanomedicine is revolutionizing the way the medicine even works. And also, nanomedicine is the form of medicine that we have in nanometers. So it's a very small type of medicine, such as a tiny pill or anything that is under 100 nanometers. So, how do we use nanotechnology today? The most major and important use of nanotech is treating diseases. There's so many diseases that have been cured from nanotech, and we hope to find cures to things like cancer and much more with the use of nanotech. Simple items like hand washes and sunscreen use nanotechnology. We are using it to manufacture significantly quicker and also more efficiently, and we are using it to create vaccines faster and more useful. So now let's talk about how we can use it in the future. Now this is an interesting one because there is a lot of things that we can do in the future with nanotech, and it varies a lot, but here are some of the best things. We're starting to find ways to prevent or stop cancer, which is a big thing that I already told you about. We are also trying to use nanotech for brain enhancing, which is also very interesting. There can be pills or anything that a human can take and allow them to enhance their brain and become smarter. Then we are working on nanobots that can go in a person's body and create cures, which basically what you can do is you can eat a nanobot, which is a type of bot that goes into your body and replaces old cells that are unhealthy with new cells that are healthy. It'll be very, very useful and can be used on many different people. We're also using nanotech to create stainless material, like khakis. There's an innovation for khakis pants to be stainless using nanotech. So we've been talking about all the great benefits and amazing things about nanotechnology, such as how it can save water and raw materials. But we have to answer the question, how are these nanoparticles even created? How do we make objects so small that we can use it and manipulate it in cool ways? Well, it's pretty interesting, and nanoparticles are created in a controlled assembly process where large amounts of particles are broken down. To wrap everything up, let's finish with the conclusion. Nanotech is a very important factor in daily life. We have many benefits and we can use this technology to help our lives and our environment. I encourage you guys to learn more about yourself about nanotechnology. You can learn it from videos or online. Thanks for watching Arnin in the House. Okay guys, this is the end of the video. As always, I hope you go on to learn more about nanotechnology and do more research yourself. Hopefully you learned the basic knowledge about nanotechnology in this video, but as always, there's never enough learning, so keep going on, doing research, and learn more about the exciting world of nanotechnology. I'll see you next time on Iron in the House.